Yes, we are kicking it off in high gear at NAMM, one of the most recognizable mixing engineers on the planet. They call him the Lord of the Mix for a reason, Chris Lord-Alge. Thank you for coming. Welcome to NAMM.
Welcome. Yeah, it's fun. You know, I'm really surprised that we have this many people at the opening at 11.
Yeah, I mean, you just gave an awesome session here at the stage. We saw you open up a mix. Maybe for some of our viewers who weren't lucky enough to be here, you could tell them a little bit about what you talked about, what you showed.
Very simple. Well, I mean, I bring a song I worked on by Green Day, and I show off my 1176 plugin, my LA3, my LA2A, but most importantly, I explain the difference between my plugins that I use, the signature plugins versus the 76 plugins. So I just gave a quick synopsis of what we have, the effects, the EQs, and I showed them a very important thing, which shows by using a DI guitar and our reamping how simple it is. But I showed them how my plugins are very set up for speed and simplicity.
In the beginning, you know, the Signature Series was sort of made for the guy who doesn't have your gear, doesn't have your skills, and is trying to get that sound quickly. What has been really interesting is that since they've come out, so many professionals are using your plugins. So many of our Waves artists tell us that they're using the CLA Signature Series and the other ones that we got. Why would a professional who has the gear and knows how to do a mix, why are they still going back to your plugins and using the CLA Signature Series?
Well, I mean, I think because since my plugins are laid out so easy and so simple that they don't have to waste time. The key I made them for was the signature ones are all-in-ones, and they're very easy and very user-friendly. And they give you since I mix a lot of music, they have actually the ingredients that you basically need. So I think it's a compliment that are getting used. It's really designed to have the new user just need that plugin and be able to make a mix with just the signature plugins only.
You know, one of our pro guys that is using your plugins is a guy, Dave Auday. He's a remixer, you know, 90-something #1 remix dance signals. And we did a workshop with him where he was showing people how he uses a combination of Signature Series plugins for his vocal, and he pulled up your CLA vocals, and he's telling everyone, man, that rock male vocal preset, that's money right there.
So that's a big compliment.
And not only is he using it, but he's using it in electronic music. Did you know that?
That's great that it can work on anything. So I try to design it so you can put a lot of different things on it.
The other product that you have with us is, of course, the CLA compressors, and to this day is one of our biggest selling products of all time.
The thing about those plugins is that they are the toolbox that every recording studio had since the 60s. A 2A, a 3A, and 1176. You go into any studio, any pro studio, they have those, you know. They have those real ones. So now you got the best ones that I had emulated to where I liked it, right? And they're just such go-tos that just put on just about anything. So I'm glad that I was the one that got to be able to do those emulations because these are tools I use all the time. So they're a must-have for your toolbox.
Cool. All right, last question to wrap it up. I'm sure what a lot of people sitting at home want to know, what's the next big thing from Chris Lord-Alge? What are you working on at the moment?
You know, I'm just a lot of new bands, and I'm doing more producing these days, more co-producing and a bit of writing. So, you know, I'm getting as more involved as possible, but the #1 thing I'm pushing for is for high-resolution audio.
Chris, thanks again for being with us at the Waves booth. It is always an honor to be with you.
Here at NAMM 2014, all right, let's rock.